Shannon Miles.
And I'm Juicy Jess, and you're watching Exterminate Media interview.
Okay, and we have our special guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Rhandi.
Hey Rhandi, where are you from?
Castro Valley.
Castro Valley. So do you know a lot of Bay Area rappers?
Not too many. Honestly, starting to get into the modeling field, I've been meeting a lot more. But in the area that I'm in, it's a little more suburban, I guess.
Did you have a stage name?
Yes and no. So I do makeup too.
Okay.
And with that, I just kind of go by just Rhandi.
I see.
So, just kind of something simple that I came up with. And then social media wise, it's always been Betty Crocker.
I see.
So,
Is that
Betty?
It is on all my social media. That's what it is. So it's always just either Rhandi, just Rhandi, Betty Crocker, whatever anyone's comfortable with calling me, I guess.
Where did Betty Crocker come from?
I used to bake a lot when I was in school, middle school and high school. That was actually for a moment what I wanted to do was bake, but just started kind of picking up on other little things that I got into.
So what attracted you to modeling?
Honestly, it's always been something that I wanted to. Even back in 2003, sitting on bed with my mom watching America's Next Top Model, and it's I feel that was everyone's point where it's I want to be there, and it's I am determined to be there.
So what type of steps do you take to prepare yourself for a shoot?
Honestly, I started almost how if you're getting ready for work, you sit there and you figure out what you're gonna wear, how the day is gonna go. For a shoot, I definitely like to kind of talk with the photographer and make sure we're both on the same page, make sure we're both cool with each other, the energy's good, the vibe is good, and based off that is when I'll start doing my preparations, pick an outfit or outfits, kind of talk to them about it. Location wise too is always a big thing, so it's always just kind of keeping in communication with them, and then kind of prepping yourself just like you would prep yourself to go pretty much anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been doing makeup?
I want to say about 4 years now. I think the whole time I was in high school, it was just progressing and just going from there.
Yeah, I could tell by them skills, girl. You see, I'm still a beginner, as you can see.
You're all good. Honestly, totally self-taught, all YouTube.
Yeah, that's me right there. But I'm I get so angry. I'm is it the brush or is it the product? And I just came to the conclusion nah, bitch, it's you.
Now, do you have a favorite makeup artist or a favorite makeup brand?
Favorite artist, I want to say is Sandra Deluxe.
Okay.
And that's her YouTube and her Instagram. She's just super different with her makeup. How you were just saying, is it the brush? She doesn't even use brushes. She uses her hands for everything, concealer, foundation,
eyeshadow.
She uses her, and it's and that's what I'm saying. It's so dope that she does that, and I just like that she's different with it. So definitely her.
Honestly, I've noticed because I have a darker skin color, using my fingertip does make the color more vibrant than actually using a brush.
It does. The warmth of your hands actually melts the products in a whole lot better.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I wonder why they make those. Have you seen those clear beauty blenders now? The clear ones?
I have.
Have you used them before?
I tried it before, the silicone one. I did a quick little Snapchat review on it. It's cool. It's okay, though. It's definitely not something that I could see myself using every day.
Yeah, especially because you said the warmth of
the
finger makes it stay. So I wonder what the cold of the sponge does to it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It definitely just, the spread isn't as good, or the application isn't as good, but it's decent.
Yeah. I still want to try just because it looks so cool. How does it just... How? Because you know how the other texture is so different, the beauty blender?
Yeah.
It's squishy, it's a whole complete different texture to it. So
Right.
I'm curious on how that other one goes on.
Definitely try it. I do.
Well, isn't cool good for like puffiness and redness?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So possibly that's what it is when you're applying your makeup. But of course, you're the professional.
So you tell us. No.
Do you happen to have a female role model?
Definitely, when it comes to modeling, Naomi Campbell.
Okay.
It's just like, she just has that, like, she knows she got it down, in fact, you know? She just has that energy where it's like, you don't really see much worry in her eyes ever. She always looks like she just has it together at all times. And I feel like that's definitely something I've always wanted about myself. I'm not super shy as I used to be, but I'm a very humble person. I'm not too flashy, not too showy, but I kind of always wanted like that strength and that inner power and just knowing like I'm that bitch in a sense,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
the confidence.
that's
Confidence that makes a
exactly.
difference. Yes.
Exactly.
Would you say modeling has affected your personal life?
Most definitely, like 150%. I do. I think it has affected people I talk to. I feel like meeting people, it's almost like people already know like a little bit about me just based off them seeing me.
And then it's hard to distinguish which ones are like genuine. And then
that
which
too.
ones are,
That
like,
too. It's definitely since like modeling, I've had people talk to me that I haven't spoken to in years.
I know that.
And it's like all of a sudden everyone wants your help and everyone wants to hang out and everyone
Right.
wants
Like,
to do
where
all
was
these
you like the
things.
past 5 years?
Right.
And it's crazy because it's like when I was sitting at home just chilling, like
Yeah.
I wasn't working, I wasn't in school, I wasn't modeling, when I wasn't doing anything, like none of these people were talking to me. But as soon as, you know, you start to get a little bit of clout, you start to get a little bit of some type of foundation, is when everyone comes around, and then it's hard to kind of distinguish that. So it's definitely taken a toll. It's had its ups and downs. I love the benefits of it. I love the networking, the connecting with people, vibing with people. But I feel like in this industry, you do have to have your third eye open. You really have to.
You really do.
have to
I will
be
say
open
that
to
you
it.
really do.
Most
Because a lot of
definitely.
people are there just to use you, just to get what they can out of you, just to hang out with who you're hanging out with. Honestly. Going off of that, how has dating been for you since you've been modeling?
We're getting personal.
Right.
It's almost like the same thing. It's like it's hard to find who genuinely wants to be cool with you, who genuinely wants to know about you. Because I've had people only want to like kick with me because they think I'm gonna go somewhere. You know, they want to come to this event, they want to come to this show, they want me to put them on, and it's like I've almost reached the point where it's like I don't have time to waste, you know, learning someone. I don't have time to waste giving my energy and being around someone and connecting, and for it to just be for no reason.
It's like, are we doing this or not?
Exactly. And I feel like I'm definitely a whole lot like more straightforward when it comes to that. When it comes to relationships, I'm very straightforward. I'm like, what is it? Right, like, are we doing this or not?
Right, because I'm tired of the DMs, the messages. Like, I don't want you to talk to me just because I'm attractive.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Is there
What do
any
you
goal?
want from me?
Yeah. Are we doing this or not?
Right.
So are you seeing anybody right now?
No, I'm actually not. I don't want to say I don't have the time for it. I'm super open to relationships. I'm super open to spending time with someone and kind of being one with someone, but it's just so hard to find someone who wants the same things as you.
Especially because you have all this going on, and then it's hard to find somebody where they're okay with all that.
It is. It's definitely really hard. I've had people, you know, telling me they're like, I feel like you don't have time for me. Where do I fit into your life? And it's like,
I'm trying to have a social life myself.
It's like you shouldn't have to ask somebody, where do I fit in your life? You shouldn't have to ask, can I fit into your life? Where do I fit into your life? It should just come naturally.
Yeah.
So do you think it's better to date someone in the industry because they understand what you're going through?
Personally, I am a little more attracted to people who are in the same industry because they do kind of understand, like artists, photographers, rappers, even other models. I feel like we all kind of understand each other a little bit better. I feel like because we all just have a vision. We all have that vision and ambition. We all have some type of goal, some type of dream. And it's like, how can you be with someone who doesn't have that?
Right.
But then again, we have like, if they're already in the industry, it's like, oh, this person and that person's together. Now everybody knows your guys' business.
Right.
You know? And that's kind of hard too, because I kind of like my privacy too. Like, even just because people make up rumors, paparazzi, like, you know, they just like to make their own stories. So that would be that would be hard on a relationship too, I feel like, you know.
Definitely.
So then I could see both sides, where somebody would want to date somebody in the industry and then somebody who would want to just have their privacy, you know? I personally like the same. Like, I like people in the industry, but I feel like it would never work for that reason.
Yeah, I just feel like someone outside of the industry, it's a little bit harder. And I feel like that's when kind of like insecurities kind of come in. Because if you guys aren't on the same level, say you're a little bit more above, you may have more followers, you may have a little more clout, you may just be moving at a faster pace than they are. That's when like kind of they start to feel insecure, and they start to feel kind of like, am I good enough for them? How do I fit in?
Yeah.
And then that's when, personally, I feel like that's when like cheating and stuff comes in. I feel like that's when they're like, okay, well, they're not giving me this attention, so I'm gonna go do my thing. Right, since they're doing their thing. And it's like, that's not how you should do it. It's either communicate and come to some type of understanding, or we're just not gonna do this. And I'm at that point.
With that being said, dating fucking sucks. Don't do it. No.
It does. I'll say I've gone through a lot of stuff where we cannot get past that certain point where if I, become a little bit more popular than him, it's not going to work. Or if he becomes more popular than me, he thinks he's all that and he doesn't even talk to me anymore.
Right.
So going off that negativity, do you experience any negativity as being a woman of color in the industry?
At least not yet. I can't say it has happened, but it's sad to say that I am expecting it almost, and it's sad to say that I can see it coming at some point. I feel like at some point, keep like going forward with modeling, I'm going to come across. Now I have come across people who, obviously don't mess with how my hair looks, or they don't like my piercings, or they don't like my tattoos. I've definitely been kind of pushed aside or not taken for things due to my appearance in that manner. And I mean, it sucks. It definitely sucks to miss out on opportunities because someone isn't accepting to how you look. They're not accepting to who you are. But I mean, like I said, everyone just has their vision. If I don't fit into yours, it's fine. I missed opportunity. You're gonna come across another one,
Yeah, I would say keep going because I was part of an agency. Now I'm not as exclusive with them, but because of the same thing, they wanted me to lose weight. They wanted me to dye my hair blonde to fit in the whole commercial look of what the Bay Area, San Francisco wants. They want us to be more, I would say, less colored. So I really do admire you for keep going and pursuing your dream, although you know that you have these things that are already running against you.
So what are some of your goals that you have for this year, for 2018?
Definitely, I plan on reaching my higher self. I want to channel my subconscious and just kind of be the person who I feel like I've always had the potential to be.
How about in 5 years? Where do you see yourself, career-wise?
5 years, I hope to have my own brand of makeup and skincare. I want to come out with both products.
I like that.
all Black-owned businesses,
Yes.
need love.
I'll go ahead and be the first customer.
Oh.
Was there anything else you would like to tell the Bay Area?
Definitely just pursue your dreams. Whatever you want to do it. Never let anyone discourage you. Never let media or relationships or family even stop you from what you want to do and stop you from being that higher self. What more could you do with yourself, really? Who else would you be?
Be you and do you. Well, this is Shannon Miles.
And I'm Juicy Jess, and thank you for letting us put sugar in your coffee.
And watching Exterminate Media.